For many of us, conditions have a big impact, which can sometimes ruin all our plans. Weather conditions such as rain often prevents people from. I also encountered situations when doing something in the rain wasn't pleasant, difficult, and there was no desire. But I decided to run 50 kilometers in the rain to dispel these boundaries and show myself and others that it's possible. I've been waiting for a rainy day for about 3 weeks. Initially, I wanted to do 100 kilometers in the rain, but the weather showed that it would only rain for 5 hours, so I decided to do 50k. At 9 AM, when it had just started to rain, I started. Right now it's not so huge rain, but I hope it will. It's huge wind right now, which is also makes this run cold. So let's go. Initially the rain changed from light to heavy and vice versa. But the most important thing is that it rained and that I decided to do it. My legs are already cold. The weather is great for running. 1k is done. It's really cold. Due to the strong wind, the temperature was low, and therefore my legs were in shock. I thought about putting on my pants, but after a couple of minutes they warmed up. Already after 5k I was wet, but then the rain intensified and I got went through and through. After 5k I'm soaking wet. By the way, look at my knees. They're red. It means they're cold. And those are raining clouds coming. I'm waiting for them. But as I said before, the rain is not the mark that you can do something in this weather. After 10k my hands froze the most. My legs were already used to it, and that first hour lasted like a whole day. Mentally it was very unusual, since at that moment it was already heavy rain. Holy shit. Look at this. My main problem now is that my hands are cold and I'm back home to take gloves. But it's still a little rain. The wind is so annoying. Everything wet, especially me. It was difficult not even in the distance, but in the duration of the movements in such weather. When it's cold, the wind is blowing, everything is wet, and there is a terrible desire to return home. I didn't want to be in this atmosphere for a minute, but I don't mean a little rain. You can run under it as much as you like. The downpour irritated me more. 20k done, I warmed up, I feel great. Also the rain is still going, so I'm cold again because huge rain is back. I'm pleasant, but I can move. My goal is to run 50k now. It's possible to do anything at this condition, at this weather. You just need to try. Yes, this is unpleasant, cold and discomfort, but you can do everything you need. In the first 20k I went home 5 times to warm up, then changed my jacket to dry one. There were many thoughts that maybe I couldn't do this today. It was very cold today, there was wind, there was some kind of rain, sometimes a little, sometimes a downpour, but the further I moved, the fewer such thoughts there were. So it's time to change my clothes because I'm wet. Look at this. I've never done anything before in this weather. Okay, I've adapted again to this bad condition. The main problem is that my knees feel cold. The other problem is my socks are wet, my sneakers too, but I don't feel cold there. It's quite easy to get sick in this weather, but only if your body is cold. When running, even at low temperature, the body warms up, and with warm clothes, there will be no obstacles to this. But you know, it's not so cold that my legs would numb. It's just cold that it's unpleasant to feel cold. But the good news, there's no more huge wind, because the wind makes the weather colder. Oops, okay, there's still wind. So I did 30k, and now I need to help my mom with some things, and it will take about 30 minutes. After 30k I needed to finish running for a while to quickly help my mother, but it took an hour and a half to help, whereafter I returned to running. Okay, it took 1 hour and 30 minutes, but I'm back and I'm going to run another 20k. And by the way, the rain is still going, which is cool. During the first 30k it was raining all the time, but now sometimes it stopped and sometimes it's going again. The weather literally is getting better. After 37k the rain finally stopped, which upset me because I wanted to run the whole 50k in the rain, but the wind blew away all the clouds. And for the next 30k I ran dry. There is no more rain, and I think it won't be anymore, which is sad. But anyways, I need to finish 50k today. It's no more cold and I ran 37 kilometers. To be honest, I dreamed to run the whole distance in the rain, but I can manage the weather. But anyways, 30k in the rain was like a hell. It was really hard. But maybe I have chance to see the rain again. My legs didn't hurt, since this wasn't my first time doing this. It was more of a mental difficulty. But I managed to show myself that it's possible. The most important thing is to start, and then continuing will not be a problem. First 30k was really hard, especially as the rain. This day showed me that everything is possible in any weather, in any circumstances. You can do anything if you just try, if you just start. So keep going.